If you're struggling to come to a decision on which Sellerbility plan is going to be perfect for you and your business, look no further than this video, my friends. I'm going to be helping you decide the perfect plan. So I'm going to be explaining what's entailed in each of these plans and what the differences are, and telling you a little bit about Sellerbility. So I'm sure you already know what Sellerbility is if you found yourself at this particular video, but just in case it isn't quite clear, Sellerbility is sourcing software. It really does empower and quicken the sourcing process. All you do is choose a store that you want to source from whenever it is that you have a sourcing session. It will scrape that website for any potential deals, and you just filter through what deals have been found and see if there's any that are perfect for you and your business. So basically it condenses what is hours worth of work down to like mere minutes, if that. And I've had it at times in the past where I've spent more or less all day on like one website because it's so big. But with Sellerbility, you are spending no more than a few minutes finding what deals work. So it really is some awesome stuff. Really does save you a ton of time as well. And because you can get through stores easier, you can get through more stores in your sourcing session, meaning more potential deals. So anyway, let's talk about the plans. So on the US and the UK side, there are 3 plans. There is a bit of a pricing difference between them, but that's because of a couple of differences that the plans have. Obviously at the top of the plans, we tell you if it's suitable for beginners, advanced or professional, but to be honest, that is kind of a rough guideline because you might be a professional seller and you might want the advanced plan. It's completely up to you at the end of the day which one you go ahead with. So yeah, this is just a rough guideline. If you're a beginner and you have quite a sizable budget to start Amazon with, and you want to invest in some software, then maybe you would want the advanced plan or something like that. But yeah, completely up to you at the end of the day, but let's go through some of the other differences. So it doesn't matter which plan you take out, there is a 7-day free trial with each one. So you can use Sellerbility in full and see how you like it. On that note, because there is no contract and you can cancel whenever you like, or you can make a change before the trial comes to an end, you could in theory sign up for one of these 2 bigger plans, and then say you're at a beginner level and you just want to like try it out in full, then maybe try one of these plans, and then before the 7-day free trial comes to an end, so like a day before or like the day before that or something like that, you can maybe request to switch to beginners, or it doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, if you want to change plans at any point, you can change plans. But if you just want to try it out in full during the trial, maybe choose one of these 2 plans, and then remember to change your plan to whichever one you want before the trial comes to an end. You have access to both UK and US stores, so this is quite a frequently asked question that we get. If I sign up on the US side, do I have access to the UK side of Sellerbility? And the answer is yes. If you just have one subscription, you get access to both the US and the UK side, and you'll have access to all of the UK stores as well. So you can switch between the 2, which is perfect if you sell in both marketplaces. Now, the big differences come with what I'm about to say here. So on the beginner's plan, you can only run 1 scan at a time, which means if you queue up a load, like you can literally click as many stores as you want and then get them to scan. Dependent on like how many scans you can run at one time, dependent on the plan that you choose, will depend on how many you can have loaded up at one point. So because I'm on the highest plan, I have got 5 lanes open, so to speak, where Sellerbility can scan up to 5 at the exact same time. If you just have this one, it's only 1 at a time, and anything else that you choose will just be in a queue, not scanning yet. And then obviously when whichever one is currently scanning is done, then whichever one is next in the queue will move up, and so forth. So you can run 1 scan at a time, run 3 at a time, run 5 at a time. Really, it depends on how much you want to get through in your sourcing sessions, like how quick you want the process to be. Obviously, Sellerbility is quick, full stop, but if you want it to be even quicker, then maybe being able to run multiple scans is a good idea. The other thing as well, the other big difference between these plans is VA accounts. So obviously if you don't have any virtual assistants, then this point probably won't really bother you whatsoever. But if you do have any virtual assistants or anyone else that you want to use Sellerbility alongside you, maybe you want a business partner or something that can use it without having to take out a separate subscription, you can choose a plan that has got some VA accounts attached to it as well. So it's really only going to be this plan or this plan here, so the advanced or the professional. If you have 3 VA accounts, that means you can have obviously yourself and then 3 VAs, joining you on Sellerbility. And basically if you set them up in the virtual assistant section of Sellerbility, which is just here, obviously you can set them up and they basically have a condensed version of Sellerbility where they only have access to like the tools in there that they need to conduct scans and analyze deals, and they won't be able to get into any of like the sensitive settings or things like that. So yeah, I mean, to be honest, if you're getting like a business partner to join you and so forth, like you can communicate between you who's going to be handling the settings and so forth. But yeah, completely up to you. If you want to be able to basically have multiple Sellerbility sort of like accounts, a main one and then VA ones, take out a plan with more VA accounts. But do bear in mind your scan allowance is all the same. So if you have, say, 2 VAs working alongside you scanning stuff, they'll be taking up the same scan lanes as you. So just bear that in mind, that there's not like 3 scan lanes where you can run them all at the same time per person. It's all one thing. So think about that as well. You can, of course, in the system stop scans and like prioritize some over others. So it's completely up to you which one you want to do. All of them, of course, come with 24/7 support. We want to be able to help you and answer your questions. So that is basically the difference between the plans. Hopefully this has helped you come to a decision. I would say that if this is your first ever experience with a sourcing tool, maybe you start at beginners and then see when you want to upgrade. If you're happy running 1 scan at a time, if you don't have any VAs, then of course beginner will be perfect for you. If you maybe have a big Amazon business and a couple of employees that help you source and so forth, then you probably want the professional plan. If you're somewhere in between, then the advanced plan is perfect. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you soon.